The Superdorf Show, brought to you by Ship Your Reptiles. Hey, speaking of Ship Your Reptiles, real quick, they are the OGs of reptile shipping. I've been saying that for a while, but you guys know if I've been saying it for a while, then it is true. So if you want to find someone who's going to help you put the customer service first, go to Ship Your Reptiles, ship with them, use code SUPERDORF to unlock $15 off your first order with us. And then, this isn't talked about a lot, but you get bumped up to that preferred shipper status whenever you use them and use that code. All right, guys, enough about them. Let me introduce our host for today, ladies and gentlemen. You know him, you love him. This guy, he's been around the world. He's a globally traveled man. He loves reptiles so much. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Garrett Hartle. Yay!
Was struggling at the end. Here, have water.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was a struggle. That was brutal, actually. I'm never doing that again. That was rough.
What's going on, everybody? So, yeah, actually, Ship Your Reptiles has been helping us out a lot lately. We've got baby snakes coming in and going out and all kinds of stuff. So they really are good with that, like, white glove customer service experience, especially if you have questions, concerns, or God forbid something should happen to your shipment. You know, you want somebody that's on the phones right away. A lot of times it happens before you even know it needs to, you know what I'm saying?
And that's never good. That's never good.
No, right. So I've got a beautiful little snake here joining us tonight. This is actually something from our white diamond line. If you know, you know. The white diamond was her grandfather and had some special traits in there, but this is a snow tiger. Now, the problem is she doesn't have a name. So those of you guys joining us tonight, if you stick around till the end of the episode, we are going to actually name her tonight. You will get to pick a name for this beautiful animal, and whoever chats in the best name, this snake is going to forever be known by that name. So we grow her up, we breed her, we do all that kind of stuff. Her name goes in all those breeding records forever and ever, and you will have your legacy immortalized in snake flesh. How about that?
It's permanent. It's a permanent name. It's forever. So, guys, it's not a light deal. Every time we do the name of snake, everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, it's so exciting!" No, this is serious. So be serious with those answers.
Joshua Stevens, I had to do a bunch of jumping outside to make that thumbnail.
I think we should post the raw clip, both clips, because we did it twice, just on Patreon, just so they can see.
So if you're on Patreon, you can watch me just smiling and jumping over and over again.
Very funny.
That's kind of a ridiculous suggestion there.
Yeah, tune until the end so that we can name this snake.
Well, now, speaking of Patreon, I don't know, did you put a link to it in the description?
Patreon is in the link in the description.
Patreon is somewhere you can support all the stuff that we do besides just breeding snakes, but you get a ton of behind-the-scenes access. This month has been crazy. We've been giving you guys a taste. I don't know if you noticed, but we uploaded 3 bonus live videos this week. They are not Superdorf shows like this one. They are literally lives uploaded when we had baby snakes hatching. And just before this show, I checked the incubators, and we have another clutch of baby snakes hatching. It's going to prove out 2 things. 1, potentially a line of Anery Madu stuff. And 2, it's going to maybe have some Krispy Kremes, which is something new that we're kind of messing around with. Not unlike this white diamond line that makes these guys. But I cannot open this with the snake in my hand.
It's a struggle.
It was a tricky one.
There you go.
But they're going to hatch. So if you guys are on our Patreon, the first one pipped, we're going to go downstairs and watch the rest of those hatch on the after party of tonight's live. But if you missed it, I'll tell you, we had some really cool clutches. There was one full of green egg goo that tells you more than you might have known that you needed to know about a snake. I know a lot of you guys did watch that. Did you like that one with all the green goo in the eggs? We were able to candle eggs and predict what was in them before they hatched. So you're going to want to go back and watch that one. And if you want to see me, raise your hand in the chat if you heard me squeal like a little girl. I mean, everyone was like so excited on what hatched on the live one. It's right on the thumbnail, so I guess I wouldn't be having any spoilers, but we just hatched our very first Superdorf piebalds, and they are like the king of piebalds. They're exactly the look that I was going for. They're not out of the eggs yet. The babies are still resting in there, but maybe if you join our Patreon, we'll go take a peek at them a little bit up close in the incubator. Who knows? Maybe one of them will be out and you guys will get to be the first to watch it. So
I actually put together.
jump on Patreon.
I put together a little surprise, a little taste, if you will, of that fateful day.
Oh, we have a clip.
We have a clip. I prepared a little clip.
Is this me squealing?
Of course it is. We got a clip of you squealing, so we're gonna play that real quick. Then we're gonna break into the main part of the episode. Guys, please enjoy this clip. And then if you haven't seen already, I'm telling you, this live stream was the best content we've put out in the last 2 years, and I wasn't even a part of it.
It was very authentic.
It was very crazy.
I almost peed myself.
Let's check this out.
That's that one trying to pip outside of the egg. Holy crap! Number 4. Oh my gosh. This is the payoff of 10 years of educated gambling. Guys, we just want time. Oh! Oh my God. What's that? Easy. Oh man. Oh, look at the little spots. Hello. Holy crap. And it's a tiger or a super tiger, judging by the amount of white. No! What happened? Did you do it again? Ah! 2 pies. Holy crap, dude. Oh my goodness. Okay, find his head. Oh, wow, you guys.
Back-to-back pies. Please go check that out. And then, like you said, join the Patreon because that would mean a lot to us. And you get to see all that stuff behind the scenes, too. It's a win-win for everyone.
And if you guys did miss it, you can go back and watch the actual live that we pulled that clip from. It was the video uploaded to our channel just before this one. We did an update of all the previous clutches that had hatched, at least what was out of the eggs. So if you guys want to see those updates, just keep jumping on those.
Yes, sir. So. Now, time to get into it, all right?
Well, the first thing I wanted to mention is Retickfest. It's on us.
We should mention Retickfest.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
We had a great meeting about Retickfest, planning it all out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, we have well over 100 people already RSVP'd to this event. With the guest list that's coming, let's just say you're going to want to be there. You're going to meet some fascinating people from all different types of walks of life having to do with us, the YouTube stuff, Superdorf Reticks things. And so we've got a lot of cool people confirmed, a lot of cool people unconfirmed, but it's getting there quickly. Now, you can join, I don't know if you guys know this, you can join our Patreon at a free level and kind of see a teaser of some of the content, decide if you want to join from there or whatever, and you'll get to see all the Retickfest planning stuff. So if it's something you were even thinking about coming to, what it is, basically an open house and a cookout here at Reach Out Reptiles. So you get to see all the animals, tour the facility, watch the staff. I think we have one of the most open breeding facilities in the reptile world, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're live streaming from downstairs all the time, for good or better or for worse, with the good and the bad. But this is one that you get to actually be there in person. If you join at the free level, you can see all the planning, but any paid level, and you're invited to come. You can also bring a couple of extra people if you want. You just got to RSVP through that. So if you're curious, just go follow Reach Out Reptiles on Patreon through the link in the description. And you don't even have to pay for it, but you can get the news there, see what's going on. And holy smokes, with the babies that we've been hatching, I don't know if you guys have noticed, it's like clutch this month. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff to see this summer when they're all out of the eggs and get to see them updated in the flesh with your own eyeballs. It's going to be fantastic.
All right. Palmstreet.
Palmstreet.
Name of the game.
Yeah. So have you guys heard of this? Let me know in the comment section. Palmstreet. Has anybody downloaded this app yet?
I got to see if anyone has. Because honestly, I hadn't heard about it for a while. And then started popping up. You actually told me about it. How did you find out?
It's been blowing up lately. So yeah. I first heard about it on Brian Cusco's channel. We follow him. They're a new sponsor of his. He was really excited about it. To me, I was skeptical. I was like, yeah, I don't know so much about this. But then they were one of the premier sponsors of NARBC. So it's an app. It's very well established. This was something that I was surprised. So it services several communities, and it's like, people call it an auction app. I would call it a live streaming app. It's like everything that you miss from TikTok being banned, you can actually go find over there on Palmstreet, and you can get free giveaways or bid on things, get really cheap auctions on certain things. So it was established in more of like the plant industry, and it's blowing up because it's gone from like a 0 to there are literally Palmstreet millionaires now. No joke. People are making millions of dollars, sellers, that are hobbyists basically with plants and stuff on this Palmstreet app, which is really cool. So you jump on the app, it does live streams and things like that. Obviously, any of you guys that are here watching live enjoy that kind of thing, but they're trying to break into the reptile industry. So like I said, Brian was happy about it, but he was being sponsored by them, right?
Sure.
So I love Brian. He's one of the most authentic people on the planet, but you can't help but wonder, like, would these guys be using these things if they weren't sponsored by it,
Good point.
So then I went to Tinley. They were a sponsor of Tinley. And during the show, the CEO of Palmstreet, who, I don't want to misquote this, but he had something to do with the development of Instagram. So the guy knows what he's talking about. His name is Chen Li. Came over to our booth, and Brian actually introduced us, and he was talking about it. And he was saying, like, we have all this cool stuff on there. He was asking if I ever used any auction sites. The closest auction site that I could think of that I use is bringatrailer.com, which is for like cool cars. I've thrown some bids on there. Probably a good thing I didn't win some of these like super weird cars that I was bidding on. Or my wife would have been really upset, even more upset than she was at the mustache. And yes, thank you to those of you who noticed. My mustache is long enough to put a little bit of product in. It's getting absolutely out of control, especially if you ask my wife. But yeah, I was talking about these auction sites and everything, and there's cool, cheap deals to be had constantly. But I think with the reptile world, they're trying to get in some of the cooler, high-end or more exclusive stuff where, it's an awesome online streaming thing, a place where you can really hang out with breeders in a low-key atmosphere and possibly get some cool stuff on giveaway or maybe even a cheap snake. I'll tell you, we're going to be, I don't know, might as well talk about it. Yeah. I'm going to test and do our first live stream on this app tomorrow. So if you haven't heard of it, do me this favor. I think you put this right in the description as well, right?
Yeah, it's also going to appear right by your face right now. Boom.
There it is. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the code?
It is the code. Yeah, it's also in the description. So copy it there.
So here's the code. You get $5 for free if you sign up and using this code. It's kind of like I guess like an affiliate code for us or whatever. But because you're signing up under our account, we want to bring some of the snake community onto this app, right? That's what I would like to do. And as the community builds with more and more breeders getting in there, it's, I think, going to get better and better. I'll tell you, after talking to them, easy kid, after talking to them, I am very excited about the prospect of it, even just for doing like live educational streams or things like these clutch hatching videos that we've been doing on YouTube. YouTube doesn't promote them all that much, but Palmstreet has a much better kind of like promotional algorithm. So jump on, grab the app from the App Store, use this code when you first sign up. You just need an email or whatever, and then you use this code and you sign up. Find Reach Out Reptiles. Do us a favor, give us a follow, watch us technologically humiliate ourselves tomorrow. And if you do that, first of all, $5 gets you a lot of cool stuff on Palmstreet, actually. Like, I don't know if you guys are like me, but we have plants around the shop. You could get like a cool little monstera on there. Or, I've seen literal ball pythons sell for $5 on Palmstreet. So you're going to want to check it out. But if you follow it, we'll have a live stream set up tomorrow. And I know a lot of you guys are always like, Garrett, when are you going to sell house snakes? And I always say, go to Bushveld Reptiles. They came out and visited us over the weekend. It was always great to see Warren and Nicole. Really cool. Checking out a lot of the babies that we hatched this year and stuff. It was sweet. So, but I'm going to go ahead and auction off some of these house snakes. So if you've never gotten one and you want to, now's your chance. We'll probably throw a couple of cute little baby reticks in the store. I don't know that we'll do an auction with them. I'm just kind of like trying to learn what's going on. I also like to kind of, I'm not sure how to do like the vetting side of what we do through Palmstreet, where they make sure the animals are going to a good home, because people are really excited to get good deals, and you don't really want people to make impulsive buys on these kinds of snakes that require, like a larger adult enclosure or something. But I'm telling you, any one of my kids, even my crazy 7-year-old Finley, could keep a house snake very well, and so I feel pretty good about those. I know a lot of you guys wanted them too. So we'll throw a couple of house snakes up for you guys to check out tomorrow on that stream, and we'll just be there hanging out, talking about ourselves, seeing what's going on, introducing ourselves to the community, and we would love to see you guys on there. So it should be pretty cool. And they have a thing too where once you sign up, I think you can actually get a referral code like the one that we're giving you, right? So it's one of those give and take things where you sign up. If you use our referral code, they give you $5 to spend right away. Then you go and refer all your friends with your referral code. And for every person you refer to that app that you think might enjoy buying plants, snakes, there's a lot of geckos and frogs on there already. You actually earn credit or earn money. So you can go on this app and literally earn yourself free reptiles by sending your referral code to all of your friends and signing them up. Not really what I'm going on there for. I
might go on there for that free reptiles. I mean,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, there's all kinds of fun strategy to learn on there. It's pretty addictive. There's like little swipe bid thing.
It's crazy.
One of the best things, one of the coolest things is that they will electronically bid for you, so you don't even have to babysit it. So let's say there's a snake, most of the stuff I think is like low end, but let's say I've got, I don't know, this girl would probably be like $1,500, $2,000 snake. Let's say I'm going to auction this girl off on Palmstreet. You could say that your top bid on this snake would be $1,200, and you'd get her at a steal. And you can punch it in there during a live auction. $1,200 is my top bid. Then there's increments that they bid at. I think they set each one. So we could make it $1 increment, $10 increment, whatever. So you have to outbid the last one by $10. You put $1,200 in there. Let's say the bidding starts at $500. Every time, you don't have to jump your bid to $1,200 like in a live auction or anything like that. It will automatically bid for you at the minimum increment up until your maximum. So if the bidding starts at $500, you can put, hey, I want to bid up to $1,200 on this sucker, walk away. And then the app will just sit there and do the bidding for you against everyone else up to $1,200. So you might win it for $700 or something like that, even though you put in 12. And so it's pretty cool because the app is set up to give you the maximum savings. And I don't know, I think it's kind of fun.
I think it's very I'm
so
very excited.
A lot of the snakes that we're breeding, guys, like not everything is a snow tiger from the white diamond line. A lot of the stuff that we're doing for 2025 are like perfected bloodlines, like super reliably small super dwarf reticks, like Clutch 1 25001, totally sold out. They're not even had 6 meals yet. They were just a really cool exotic blend, 87.5% dwarf and super dwarf total, all wild types, but they were Calato and Tombalongan, which is really unique. And they made these beautiful wild types, and people just went in like boom, 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 boom. I want one of those. Breeders liked them for the unique looks, thick blacks they can add into their bloodlines. And a lot of people bought them as first-time pets, and they're going to be great first-time pets for these guys. And so we're doing a lot of breeding like that just to get cool super dwarves in people's hands. So before I even thought about Palmstreet app, because obviously we started doing these breedings for these guys 6 months ago or whatever, and I was like, you know what, 2025, year of the snake, our 10-year anniversary. I want to make a ton of awesome but affordable super dwarf reticks from really small bloodlines. That's the trick, right? Because a lot of the cheaper dwarf and super dwarf reticks actually grow to larger sizes. And if you get morphs in a really small one, they're outrageously expensive, even though the smaller the snake, the easier they are to maintain an adult. So we're trying to make affordable small size snakes this year. And I don't know, I think hanging with you guys on Palm Street will be fun. So now that being said, I did a bunch of YouTube searches of like ball python breeders and stuff like that that have been on Palm Street, and a lot of them didn't like it very much. I think it's like this new thing. They're trying it out. Maybe they heard from some gecko breeders that are having a good time on it. And not everything's cheap either. Like these geckos are selling for $1,500, $2,000 or whatever. So it's a great place for that. Like if you're in crested geckos and you have babies to sell, you might want to check this place out. It would probably be a great place for you to sell. It's not all live either. You can just browse a shop. It's almost like Etsy or something where you can buy all these people's cool stuff. Just buy it now, make an offer, message the seller. It's interesting. It's a new format, super user friendly, and it seems really cool. But these ball python guys, they would go on, they'd have like a $500 snake. They'd start the auctioning off at $1. And I think they forgot to have like anybody that knew them watched them. Right? So basically you're throwing up a $300 ball python to like plant people. And so someone will be like, sure, I'll throw out $1. And someone would be like, well, I'll bid $4 on that. And then they would win it. And they would win these ball pythons, like cool morph ball pythons for $4 or $15 or whatever. And so the ball python breeders are like, this app is terrible. But it's kind of like, I don't know, Facebook is one of the biggest apps ever, right? And Facebook was nothing until everyone was on it, and it became everything. Facebook had the right platform for people to share and connect. Once everyone got on there, it was awesome. I imagine it was the same thing. I think it was Benjamin Franklin had one of the first telephones, and he would call like a museum a couple of cities away and talk to whoever would answer because they were the only other ones with a telephone at the time. You know what I mean? Like, I love my telephone. What's going on? Yeah. And he's like using this telephone. There's only one other person with a telephone. Well, now that everybody has cell phones, I mean, I'm streaming from a cell phone right now. We can connect regularly, and you almost can't live without a cell phone. I think that this app is like that. It's totally new. It's going to take some time. There's a lot of fun stuff to see and do and get on there right now. And so, yeah, I want to kind of try to bring a little bit more of the high-end stuff in there for people to be able to get some really cool stuff eventually. So we'll start streaming tomorrow. And I don't know. We'll come back here and do the live stream here on YouTube again in 2 weeks, just like we normally do, and let you know what we think. We'll probably have done a couple of sales and stuff on Palm Street by then. So again, sign up with that little code, get yourself $5. Tell some friends, Reach Out Reptiles going on Palm Street. You better sign up, have them use your affiliate code, and earn yourself some cash to throw on top of your bids, some credit, and go a little further. Maybe you'll get your first house snake. Who knows? And maybe your house snake will be $15. I don't know. But we'll see how that goes. I don't know how we're going to set it all up yet, but I'm excited about it. I think it'll be cool.
Definitely. Well, that is exciting. I think that one thing that they're promoting, that I've seen around is the sense of like community. I think you hit the nail right on the head when you said it's not just like a shopping app, it's a live streaming app. Yeah. And they're really wanting to like have not only you as the seller connect to them, but you as almost like the creator, I guess. I don't know what the word would be. Yeah.
So with TikTok going away and like the live streams on TikTok, like being banned or disrupted, I don't know. Is TikTok on? Is it off right now? I can't keep up.
It's on.
It's on now, but you can't download it anymore or something.
I'll have to look into that. I don't think so.
What do you guys know? Anyway, what do you guys know? We were starting to do some cool live streams, and you can collaborate with other creators on there. People jump on your live streams and everything. This seems like they would be able to fill that niche for TikTok, not just like the worthless, brainless kind of little shorts and stuff on TikTok, but the live streaming aspect of it. And then the other thing is all these other platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, if we start talking about selling snakes on these platforms, they do not like that. They will shut you down, and almost make you feel like a criminal for loving animals. It's kind of ridiculous. But Palm Street is not at all that way. It is set up to bring in the community. There's cool things like if someone asks a question, let's say someone asks a question about a Calatoa, then the app, and they ask it in the app will ping all the sellers of Kalatoas that question so that they can jump in and answer that.
That's crazy.
So in that way, like I think a lot of you guys have probably tried Facebook groups for specific groups of animals, but Facebook has become a weird, like toxic community where everyone's constantly trying to be an expert. Even if it's like, I got my first bearded dragon 3 weeks ago, so I'm going to tell you your Superdorf enclosure is all wrong or something like that.
Yeah.
And it like makes you not want to participate, not ask questions, even with us answering questions, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. People throw each other under the bus constantly on those kinds of platforms. But Palmstreet is built a little differently. It's like a celebration of life type of a thing, and it's really cool for just fun entry level informational sharing, so you can learn a lot on there. I don't know, I'm excited about it, so hopefully we'll see some of you guys there tomorrow night. If it becomes a big thing, we might switch some of these over to there, quite honestly. That's what I'd love to hear your thoughts on in the comment section. If we were to bring these over, we got to turn it, make it vertical style, but some of the things they allow, like our snake cam feature, you know what I mean? That's been hard to lick on YouTube live streaming, will be easy and automatic on Palmstreet. We can have other people jump in. So maybe somebody that owns a big brother, sister of the snake, talk about the experience that they had with it. Or if we did a breeding loan with someone, we could have them jump in and talk about the animals. And, you know, even if you're not bidding on anything or we're not auctioning them off, we can talk about it, share it. And it's a really easy place for updates. So like, if you want to see the Superdorf Pieds every live stream, you know, every week of their life as they get a little bit bigger, or a new Superdorf cows, like they shed again, let's see the new spots, stuff like that. It just seems like the perfect place to hang out and do that. So
everyone wants to know, what time do you think tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I forget. Let me see.
Okay.
Oh no, I can't. My phone's over there.
Just be ready for it.
I want to say it's at 4:00 p.m. Eastern, I believe. But again, if you sign up your thing on your thing with that code, find Reach Out Reptiles, and follow us, tomorrow morning we will schedule that, and you can click to get notifications. They call it bookmarking it. And that's the other cool thing, is that the app, like you could turn the app off after that and walk away, and it'll send you like a little text message like, hey, you know, it's going live or whatever. And you can follow stuff, and it'll be like, it's at $15. You want it? You know, so you can kind of just like low key watch a bunch of stuff.
Look at that. Justin came through for us.
4 p.m. Thank you, Justin. Yeah. Everyone's saying happy birthday, Ashley. I'd like to take this moment and wish my wonderful, beautiful wife a happy, I'd say 21st birthday, because that's the way she looks and feels, but it would also be kind of creepy because I'm clearly way older than that. So, but happy birthday, Ashley. I love you very much. I know all of you guys do that know her too. And if you don't know her, all the more reason to come to Retickfest this summer, July 19th.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, it is about that time. We have a snake in front of us without a name. I'd like to change that.
Yeah, this beautiful snow tiger.
Oh, yeah.
I better check. I'm 99% sure she's a female. Let's be 100%. Yep, she's a girl.
Right, so we have one.
So we're going to name her, and then if you're on Patreon at any paid level, you can come to our after party right after this live stream. That's another thing they do on the Palmstreet app, by the way.
Yeah.
After parties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they're
cool.
like an
That's
after
really cool.
party feature.
That's awesome.
So it's super weird. Like, I don't know how somehow it's all streamlined and easy seeming too, right?
They stole a name from us. They call it the after party feature.
They do,
That's
yeah.
funny.
They've been creeping on us for a while, apparently. But if you want to come on tonight's after party, we're going to watch some baby snakes hatch.
Yes.
So that will not get its own YouTube live video. That'll just be for our Patreon.
Let us repeat. Baby
jump over there. It'll be
snakes
worth the $5 joining
hatching.
price, and then you can RSVP for Retick.
Exclusive.
So a snow tiger. She's not a Snow White, which is probably a good thing. Sounds like that movie is causing a lot of grief, I guess. I don't know. I don't watch it. I don't know anything about it. But it's a snow purple. So purple snow tiger female. White diamond line, which is named after the snake that was her grandfather that was pretty special. And part of the reason why she looks pretty special. But just a really nicely, highly selectively bred stuff. So What
Guys,
do you guys
keep
think?
it
Oh, you
up.
turned off my chat,
Yeah,
didn't
so
you?
this
Look
is
at you.
unbiased.
Okay, it's gonna be totally. I could have looked away. You don't think I have the integrity for that?
I just had to be sure.
Superdwarf snows, by the way, are still gonna be like the base of all cool breeding and mutations forever. You can lean into like the dark anery stuff and the light albino stuff in the same clutch. You can breed with like all the cool new orange glows, or if you're really, want to get exotic, like the mochinos and stuff that are starting to come out there. It's just gonna be cool for everything forever. I don't know. It really is like the best 2 gene base combo if you're into dwarf and super dwarf. Because a lot of people may not know this, but anery started with dwarf and super dwarf. So it's a combination between the mainland albino and the super dwarf anery naturally occurring mutation together. Makes it really cool.
Folks,
So what should we call her?
get your last submissions in. Last call
Name it
submissions.
quick. It's going to be tagged forever and ever.
Here we
Female
go.
snow tiger.
I'm gonna read off what I have right now. We got Talia, Carol Baskins, Strawberry Blonde, Talia Queen, Siberia, White Tiger after the band, obviously, Sista Abigail, Celine, and I was about to say who said it. Someone said Ashley. Lulu Light.
That's a good one. We already have an Ashley.
We do. And then Mostasha. I don't even know how to pronounce.
That's like the name where you're like, name an object, and your kid just says the first thing right in front of their face, and you're like, are you looking at that?
GI Snow.
There we go. All right, read them again for me, rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Here we go. It is Talia, Carol Baskin, Strawberry Blonde, Talia Queen, Siberia, White Tiger, Sista Abigail, Celine, Ashley, which Lulu Light, Mostasha, GI Snow, and Miss Bliss, and then Frosted Flake, last minute submission.
Okay, cool. I like Siberia. What do you
Siberia
guys
is
think?
good.
That look like a Siberia to you? That's pretty cool. You got the white tiger, like the Siberian tigers or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Who said Siberia?
That would be Eric Blick. Congratulations.
Eric Blick.
Eric
Doesn't he
Blick.
name like 10% of the stinking tigers over here?
I think it is biased somehow. Even
he's
though I
definitely
turned
into
off
the white tiger bloodline, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah,
that
that
he
is
said
funny. So that is Siberia. That is a good name. I like that one a lot. There were a lot of good names in that one. Good job, guys. All around.
Pretty
Good
cool.
job.
All right. Well, thank you all for your suggestions. I appreciate you joining us tonight. I'll appreciate it even more if you go join us for our inaugural live
Yeah, we'll
over
say
there
inaugural.
on Palm Street. We've been shouting it out a lot. I think it could be a cool thing. I don't know. Maybe in 2 weeks we'll be jumping on here and complaining about it like everyone else.
It could go either way. It really could.
We're not sponsored by them
No.
whatsoever or anything. I'll give you the real deal unbiased thing, but they have so many features that if people started hanging out there, which it's a cool place to hang out, I can't see how it can possibly fail. I just think it's going to grow and get better and better with more and adoption. It really is something totally different that could be game changing. So